Hello everyone and welcome to this IELTS Writing Task 2 introduction video. In this video, we will cover the important elements of a strong introduction for Task 2. First, we will start with paraphrasing. This means taking the task prompt and rewording it in your own words. This shows the examiner that you understand the task and are able to engage with it critically. Next, we will talk about the importance of including a thesis line in your introduction. This is a sentence that clearly states your position on the topic and acts as the foundation for the rest of your essay. It's also important to keep your introduction short and to the point. Aim for always between 45 and 60 words, which is roughly 2 to 3 sentences. Finally, we will look at some examples of strong introductions to give a better idea of what a good introduction looks like in practice. As you can see from the question on the screen, in many countries the number of animals and plants is declining. Why do you think this is happening? How can this issue be solved? The introduction to IELTS Writing Task 2 is divided into two parts here. The first is known as the background statement, from which we will create a paraphrase, and the second is known as the question, from which we create a thesis statement. First, we will learn about the different ways of paraphrasing. So, let's get started with these ways, which are replace words with synonyms, change the structure of the sentence, combine two or more sentences into one, use passive voice, and change the point of view. Our first technique is replace words with synonyms. This is a great way to change the wording of a sentence without changing the overall meaning. So in this method, we will look at how we can replace the given words with similar words. We can see the highlighted words on the screen, which we will change with other words. The first word is many. So in place of this word, we can use a variety of or several. The next word we have is nations, which can be replaced with countries. Another word we have is number of. So at this place, we can write the count of, the population of, or the life of. The next word we have here are plants and animals. So the plant word can be replaced with flora, vegetation, greenery, and animals can also be found with fauna, wildlife, or creatures. So the final word is decline, which can be replaced with decrease, drop, fall, reduction, decline in numbers or population, or even downfall. So this is what our paraphrase sentence will look like. Our next way is change the structure of the sentence. It means move around the words and phrases to create a new sentence with the same meaning. We will use synonyms words and change the location of words altogether, like the first sentence we have, the decline of animals and plants is a widespread problem in various nations. The second one is, the population of animals and plants has been decreasing in various countries. Third, the count of animals and plants is falling in several countries. Fourth, the abundance of animals and plants has dropped in various countries. Number 5, the numbers of both animals and plants have been diminishing in many nations. The next technique is combine two or more sentences into one. It means take two or more sentences and combine them into one sentence in order to make the paragraph more concise. Like in this way, in many nations, the reduction in the population of flora and fauna is affecting the balance of ecosystems and causing a reduction in the services they provide, such as pollination and pest control. The next technique is called use passive tense. It means change the sentence from active to passive or vice versa to make the sentence more varied. Like in this way, the decline of the number of flora and fauna is being observed in many countries. So in this sentence, we have applied the passive present continuous tense. The number 5 technique is change the point of view. It means change the sentence from first person to second or third person or vice versa to make it more varied. Like, it is widely observed, or also you can say that seen, that in several nations the population of flora and fauna is falling. So this was all about paraphrasing. Now you can go with any type of style. Now the following lesson will teach you how to write a thesis statement for reason and solution essays. So first of all, we will understand the meaning of questions. In the first question, you are supposed to address the reasons behind the declining number of plants and animals. And in the second question, solutions are asked for the given reasons. Now we will look at the thesis statement format for a reason solution essay. So we can start our thesis line with although, even though, whereas, while, right? So in the although clause, in which we will mention the causes, we will put a comma after the first clause. But remember to not write but in the place of comma, because comma justifies the meaning of but. And then we will write the second clause, in which we will mention the suggestions. Now let's try to form the thesis statement. So we will write either although, this mainly happens due to some reasons, but still this obstacle can be solved to a greater extent. Well, this is the first way that you can use in writing tasks, and also I would recommend this way only to those students who are aiming only for band 6, because it's a vague style. This means you are not specifying the ideas in the introduction. Or you can write, although this mainly happens due to irresponsible human activities and fewer breeding efforts, but still animals and plants can be brought back to life if some plausible steps are taken. In this style, everything is given in a specific way. This structure is advisable for those who aim for bands above 6.5. Now we will look at the full introduction, including paraphrasing and a thesis line. In several nations, the reduction in the population of flora and fauna is affecting the balance of ecosystems and causing a reduction in the services they provide, such as pollination and pest control. Although this mainly happens due to irresponsible human activities and fewer breeding efforts, but still animals and plants can be brought back to life if some plausible steps are taken. So this introduction is fully paraphrased, written in almost 60 words and completed in 2 sentences, and it gives a specific and very strong thesis line. So this is all about the introduction. I hope you have learned a great lesson from this video and will apply it in your task too.